Lives of a modern gay couple and how they deal with the topic of domestic violence. Porselein is directed and designed by multi-award-winning theatre maker, director and producer Quintin Wils, and he's joined in studio by lead actor Philip van Achterberghto to talk more about this production. Gentlemen, thank you very much for coming to Morning Live. I mean, Quintin, a story like this that's been described in that way, when the decision, when you hear people respond to something that you've created in such a way, first of all, your reaction to that, but just the surprise reaction from people.
I must say it was interesting for us. We obviously, as theatre makers, you sort of hope that that would be the reaction and that people would love it. But I think we were surprised with it specifically, you know, talking about gay people and so forth, especially because the play is in Afrikaans and it's sort of still a taboo subject with the Afrikaans community. So it was interesting for us to see that, and obviously it's always lovely to have, you know, good responses from audiences, and when they give you a standing ovation, you just feel like, oh, thank you, finally, or just good. At least they appreciate it and they love the production. So thank goodness.
Where do you have to go? Well, where do you have to go when you play a role like this? When you have something that is, we don't even think about it. To be honest with you, we don't actually think about the subject matter.
To be quite honest, you have to go to places that you don't think exists, because you literally, because I play the abuser as well.
Yeah.
It's a very intense role I play. It's a very intense space that you have to find yourself in. So I did a lot of extensive research about domestic violence, but to find it in a gay marriage, in a gay relationship, you don't ever see that, you don't ever hear about it.
You don't even talk about it, because you have a very structured view, Quintin, of what domestic violence is. It's normally a man or woman, or in cases women against men, but you don't see it in any other spaces.
Yeah. Well, actually what we did was, just to keep it interesting, originally the play was written with a male character abusing a female character, and we decided to swap it around and make it only two male characters, just to bring out the domestic violence part of it. And I think that's what actually happened, is people actually saw the problem and not just a man beating a woman, which is not what we wanted. We wanted people to see the problem of domestic violence happening, and still happening in South Africa, because it is a problem, but people have sort of become like subjected to it, and like, it just happens like all the time, so let's not even hear about it anymore. But now with these two people, you can actually see the problem, but that they still love each other, and then it actually goes back to Phil, and we see his side and why he is like that. It's not like just abuse. You actually get to see why Phil's character Andre is making the decisions he's making, and the way he grew up actually also affects it, and that we as people need to understand that as well, that people are the way they are because of their circumstances and their backgrounds.
And we're not islands, we are all connected. Very quickly, I'm going to throw the last question at you, Phil. Just the reaction that you've received from, and the kind of feedback that you've gotten from people.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. There's no other word for it. Every single night, and Quintin and every single actor out there can relate to what I'm saying now, is that you leave nothing behind on stage, nothing. You put 110% in, and that's that. And because it's so intense, and it's quite hectic, you know, and people, they're shocked, they're shell-shocked. There's nothing else. This is theatre taken to the next level. Wow. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to encourage everybody to watch it. That is award-winning writer, director, producer Quintin Wils, and lead actor Philip van Achterberghto, talking to us about a production called Porselein. It's amazing. 28th of December. Go and watch it at the Pretoria State Theatre. From me, let me give to Lebo. I'm going to say ciao, ciao, but take your friends, take your family, take your enemies. Go and watch Porselein. Ciao, ciao.
All right. So I'm also going to say a quick goodbye.